2,000 years ago, a man walked the earth. He wasn't a ruler, a conqueror, or a scholar in the way the world knew them. He was, in many ways, a living mystery. We all know the stories. He healed the sick. He calmed raging storms. He gave sight to the blind. But what if the true miracle wasn't the water turning into wine, or even a man walking out of his own tomb? What if the real miracle was what he awakened inside those who truly listened? His greatest act wasn't supernatural. It was a moment of profound spiritual clarity. And that clarity is true, enduring legacy. When we think of Jesus performing miracles, we often picture a display of immense power, a crowd watching in awe, as something impossible happens. But he was trying to show us something deeper. Connection. Think about it. Never I alone possess this power. Instead, he said things like, according to your faith, it will be done for you. This changes everything. The miracle wasn't just the physical act itself. It was the awakening that happened in the hearts of those who believed. He wasn't trying to prove his divinity in a way that set him apart from us. He was teaching that divinity, that spark of the sacred, already lives within each and every one of us. The miracles were signposts, symbols pointing toward a truth hidden in plain sight. That the kingdom of God isn't a place you go to after you die. It begins right here, right now, in your consciousness. To Jesus, faith wasn't blind belief or wishful thinking. It was the creative force of the universe. Time and again, he'd say, your faith has made you whole. He saw faith as a form of energy, a vibration that, when focused, has the power to reshape the unseen fabric of our reality. When you believe from the very core of your being, your thoughts and feelings become a blueprint for what can manifest in your life. This is why he taught us not to beg and plead with the heavens, but to align ourselves with them, to feel as if our prayers have already been answered. In this light, faith isn't submission to some distant, all-powerful being. It's active participation. It's co-creation with the divine source of all things. If his miracles amazed the eyes, it was his love that truly transformed the soul. This was a man who touched the untouchable, who spoke with the outcast, and who gave dignity to the forgotten and ignored. His instruction, love one another as I have loved you, wasn't just another rule to follow. It was a revelation. It was the key to everything. For him, love wasn't a fleeting emotion. It was the fundamental operating system of the universe. It's the kind of radical love that sees past judgment and labels, the kind of love that forgives before forgiveness is even asked for, the kind that heals not through a display of power, but simply through its presence. That love was his ultimate miracle, and honestly, it's the only one the world still desperately needs today. We live in an age of constant noise and overwhelming disbelief. We have more access to information than ever before in human history, yet we seem to have less and less connection to real truth. We scroll through our phones, lost in a digital world, while a world of division, conflict, and loneliness grows around us. If Jesus were here today, I don't think he would be caught up in dogma or religious division. I believe he would speak of consciousness, of awakening, of the inner kingdom that is still waiting, patiently, to be rediscovered inside each of us. His legacy was never meant to be a religion. It was about transformation. He didn't come to create followers who would blindly obey. He came to create mirrors so that each soul could look into them and remember what it truly is. A fragment of the divine capable of healing, of giving, and of becoming a source of light in a dark world. The miracles, as they are written, eventually came to an end. But the message remains. It echoes through the centuries, whispering that within each of us lies that same potential. Maybe not the power to raise the dead, but the power to raise our own consciousness, the power to heal the hatred in our own hearts, to calm the storms of anxiety and fear raging within, and to multiply kindness in a world that is starving for meaning. The true legacy of Jesus is not what he did, but what he revealed. He showed us that the divine is not a force somewhere out there, beyond us. It is within us. His final promise wasn't for him alone. It was for you. These things I do, you shall do also, and even greater things. Perhaps the age of miracles never really ended. We simply forgot where they come from. They come from within. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If this resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more explorations into these timeless truths. See you next time.